Hi everybody, I'm Margaret. Welcome to Card Readings. If you like, subscribe, share, put your thumbs up. It is going to go on YouTube and Facebook. It's going to be the topic. It's going to be not everyone's autistic. And I'll explain to you later why. I think we're going to go through some things I want to share with you related to bullying and testing and COVID and all that kind of stuff. Just so you know, with bullying, and I'm sure 100% of you would know this, all of you might know this, you got your bullying, like your punching and all that, yeah, but it's more than that. Like you saw it on Facebook, people will text people and put them down and all that, yeah, that's bullying too. But the other thing is mentally, what they're doing with this whole COVID stuff, it's a mentally bullying thing, and you might not think it is, and I understand that, but when people push you into things, wearing gloves, wearing masks, use hand sanitizers, stuff like that, anything, no, yeah, like that, yeah. That's quite a bullying thing. It's not bullying in the sense of jump off a roof, see what happens, or you hold a gun to your head kind of stuff. It's not that kind of thing, but it is bullying. Because I'm assuming that 90% of us or more, or 100% of us know, yes, we do need to wash our hands. In situations, we do need to wear gloves. In other situations, we do wear masks, like your doctors, food handlers, cleaning up toilets, stuff like that. We know it, but media's home pinning it on us. No, we have to wear them every second of the day. We have to wear masks every second of the day. Only a certain amount of people can stay in a room. What else? Yes, stuff like that. Shops are open at certain times in certain areas, then other areas aren't. So to me, that's quite a bullying thing, yeah. I don't know about you guys, but Tan has what to do and what not to do, and then turn around and do a completely different thing. Like I said, yes, my last one, you got people wearing masks. Overseas, there are certain channels, not all the channels, but there are certain channels are wearing masks. Then you got other channels aren't wearing masks. All the channels here in Australia aren't wearing masks. Radios aren't wearing masks. So it's double ticking itself. But two, it's bullying, yeah. The other thing is, I think this is related to tests. Yeah, it's related to tests, because you think about, if you look at Melbourne, here in Australia, you look at Melbourne, I'm saying Melbourne because that's where we're doing it, the home pinning on here in Australia, is certain areas in Melbourne, highly effective COVID-19, stage 4 lockdown, yeah. Places like here in Bendigo, I think Shepparton, Victoria region, it's not shut down. That's a test. That's a test in itself. Yeah, and technically, I have heard that's illegal. When you test a person or a group of people, you need to ask. You can't just do. Alright? You have to ask. You can't just do. And that leads into the autism thing. Because a lot of people out there I know of, and then maybe it's because I worked in disability, use autism or an intellectual disability to get away with blue murder. So if you actually do have a disability, and like me with dyslexia, autism, intellectual, whatever, you can still get in trouble for it. Yes, you have your rights, and you can stand up for yourself, Yeah, Leo, yeah. But it's a reverse thing too, where if you break the law, you're gonna get in trouble for it. Doesn't matter who you are, okay? We hear stories out there where someone has an intellectual disability, they do the wrong thing, they get in trouble. This is no different, yeah? And I thought I'd share that with you. The other thing is, I want to talk about the police, and this is a really interesting thing. And I don't think none of you, I don't know if any of you guys picked this up, but we have police searching houses for drugs, from what I've heard of. Crime Stoppers, searching for drugs, breaking and entering, making people doing the right thing related to COVID-19, checking houses if they're doing the right thing. If you have COVID-19, they have to go to the house. Bus stops, train station, they have to check it. Yeah, and then we got blasters out there. North Melbourne, we had a blast at a factory. I don't know much about it, but it was a blast in North Melbourne. And then we have police turn around doing the wrong thing, like holding people down, shooting them, that kind of stuff, right? I hate to know how many police we have out there. It really makes no sense. We must have millions and millions of police out there who can, one, do the wrong thing, two, check on the COVID stuff, three, do your normal jobs, do drug deals, breaking and entry, excellent stuff like that. So we must have a lot of police out there. So that's another thing I want to pass on to you. So that's quite interesting in itself. Two, the attacks, sorry, not attacks, excellence. Excellence, I've been told. One in North Melbourne, there was in, I think it was India, and in Pakistan, I think that's how you say it, where they had the big accident where over 4,000 people were injured and over 100 people died, yeah. I would say if it was that on its own, I wouldn't think anything of it, yeah, because that was the first one. And I think, yeah, things do happen. I know, must admit, I did figure out a bit about it. Not figured out, but wow, that's huge, yeah. But then we had 2 hours in 2 different countries, and that makes me think, again, is it just me that freaking us out? Like, we're now into the second wave of COVID. No, we haven't heard anything about Black Lives Matters. Again, yeah, so that's in itself it. Thirdly, this whole with Melbourne, I should say Melbourne because it's not Victoria, it's Melbourne, having lockdown. They have to stay in house, has to be in home at their home by 8 o'clock, and so like they can't PM, they can't leave home till after 5 a.m. So that leads me into, because I've been told everything's going to be shut down, so that's interesting in itself. So does that mean hospitals going to be shut down? Does that mean that kind of stuff is going to be shut down? And because it's 5 miles away, and they have said this in Burke, if you can't get to your job, you can look into something related to, I don't know, Centrelink or something like that. So that means you're going to have less staff with your medical side of it, your nurses, police, ambulance, and basically with the police, that's like I said, with the police, we must have millions and millions of police. But does that mean, because everyone has to be home by 8 and everyone can't get to the job if it's over 5 miles away, does that mean we got less staff? And like I said, with the police, is that going to mean more things are going to be less done out there? So it's interesting, isn't it? And it's why I'm putting all this out together, because it's really interesting how media don't think. So yeah, and the other thing is, I know a lot of you guys, especially related to psychic stuff and stuff like that, are environmentally friendly people. But have any of you ever thought about your gloves, hand sanitizing masks? Don't know anything else we need to use. They're not environmentally friendly. And I know I'll be the first one. I don't believe in it, this whole environmental thing. But as someone who wants to do the right thing, this is not doing the right thing, because you're making something up to get to something. Yeah. It's different if it's actually happening, like you. And then you went into a hospital and a whole heap of people had, guess what, you are, it's going to go right through the hospital. Because the masks and the gloves and all that are important, but not in this situation. Now this is the con. COVID is a con, and people are making us do things. And like I said, it's a bullying thing. It's a testing. And both of them are wrong. They're both illegal. No one they need to do. One person always has to think about this and say, right, this is going to be in. And I can see it's going to happen, because yesterday I put in on my YouTube is the only place you can go to is New Zealand. If you heard later in the day, New Zealand got one case of COVID-19. If that's not a proof there, I don't know what it is. So yeah, so like I said, this is brilliant. Yeah, and I don't see media do practice what they're preaching. And I know this is brilliant, and I won't tell you where. If this keeps on going, I will tell you where. But I'll say 2 days after or 2 days before Christmas, I went somewhere with a group of people. It was a Christmas party kind of thing, luncheon thing. And this person never, ever said anything to me in this sense. And never done this to me before. And his wife haven't asked me this same question, because I'm the black sheep in everything I do. Yeah, I'm the black sheep. I'll be the first one to say, and I'm okay with it. Yeah. And this person turns to me. They live in Melbourne, and they said to me, the wife said to me, "Can we come and visit you?" I thought, yeah, because why not? You can come down to Bendigo. You can come and visit me. And because it was a Christmas party, we give each other presents, right? This year, I didn't do that. I just gave out a whole heap of presents to I think it was some World Children's Hospital or Bendigo Hospital for the kids. And I like it was for people in need, so it was for people in need, for their kids. And I like to do stuff like that. It's my thing. And I said to them, instead of giving you all presents, I gave out a whole heap of presents to people in need. I think it's related to Salvation Army, and that's okay. At the end, and they gave me a present. That's fine. And at the end, this couple got paid for my dinner for Christmas, and I thought that's weird. Because 2 reasons: they normally give out the present, they normally do that, but they don't give out pay for your meals, and they don't give you a present at the same time. It's normally one thing, yeah. And secondly, they asked them to come down and visit me, and I thought, that's unusual. And everything came out of it, like, you have certain places, and I said this in Bendigo, we have a lot of activities here in Bendigo. This year we didn't because of COVID, that's another thing. And that's a stop. And I said, and did this say another suburb or town, country town? I can't remember what it was. And I bet that town had nothing in it either. So that's why I know That's why I know. I won't say names and who they are, but if it keeps on going and going down this road, I might start saying names. In that sense, I have to admit it's not media exactly. Like it's not straight to the media. I would say this. It's not straight to Southern Cross or Channel 10, Rin, nothing like that. It is, they are connected to it, but it's not exactly connected to them. So I know people are watching it on Facebook, this, and I know people will pick this up, and I hope they do, because at this stage, it's one thing you want to know things and understand things for media, I suppose, but it's another thing abusing it. And I do feel like this is abusing it, and this is why the word not everyone is autistic. I have heard of it. People use and abuse the disabilities tester or it's the system, and they don't have to. They don't need to, because it doesn't matter if you have a disability or not. If you do the wrong thing, you're going to get in trouble for it. This is why people are teaching people with disability advocacy, their rights and all that. So if you go out and do the wrong thing, you're going to get in trouble. But if you go out and do the right thing, you're going to get paid for it too. And this is why I'm putting that out there for you. So if you do work in the media system and you're abusing the whole disability side of it, I will stop, because if you get caught out, you are going to get caught out, and you are going to get in trouble these days. So just a food for thought, and I'll leave it at this stage. And I hope you are all thinking about it, because this is bullying. Like I said, you look at media, they're saying one thing and then doing something else. Look at things around you, yeah, and you get that same thing. So I'll leave this out for you, and yeah, leave a comment if you want. You don't have to. Subscribe if you want. Put your thumbs up if you want. Share if you want. Do whatever you want with it. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.